Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. All right. Any audio now? Okay. So let me remove that. Yeah, because it doesn't seem to want to work. All right. Tell me if we're getting audio, music audio. Oh, you have echo? I deleted the other source. It is not a J-Man stream without technical issues. Wait. All right. Turn that off. Hello, check test 1, 2. I don't see any other audio sources moving. But you're getting you're getting echo of my voice. No echo here. Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll probably do it. All right, 1 second. Google, turn on the office light. Hey Google, turn on the office light. All right. All right, progress is made. Hello, Marcel. Yes, we were aware we were having some mic issues. Something was going on with my OBS. My OBS has decided to change audio settings on its own for some reason the last couple of streams. So I just need to whip it into shape. All right, let's get our lineup rolling here. So we had some requests over in Discord. I definitely want to get to the ones. All right. I need to turn off disable streamer mode. Okay, so let's see here. So American Josh dude wanted Emerson South. Let's go here. Standing in the Rain. Just like a funk? Jazz? Had a request yesterday. Don't think you gotten around to it yet. Okay. Let me grab Standing in the Rain, Emerson South. Okay. So oops. All right. Did you put it in the reaction request channel, Helga? Because I don't see it. I see Ray Louie. I see John with another Emma Coke. I see Dave Saurus X. Dave Saurus Rex. I see John with the Rolling Stones. I see Leah Ware with Chris Webby. And I see American Josh Dude. I don't see anything from uh, Neurodivergent. Was it okay? So you put that in yesterday before I even did the reaction to the Latin singer. I asked. I think you were AFK. I was asking yesterday if you had put anything in, and I think you were AFK or something because you didn't respond, and that's when I put in. That's when I ended up doing Daedric and Ultimo Bailey. Maybe I was seeing that. Maybe I was seeing the impatient and thinking that was the old one, the second one that we had done, or something like that. But anyway, all right. So then, I'm actually gonna since since we do have some requests by others. Uh, no disrespect to you all. I'm gonna go ahead and knock them out first. Um, I've mostly been using you guys as my primary since we didn't have other requests coming in. And honestly, I need to go back and pull some info from some of my YouTube videos because there are some requests over there. But I'm gonna do Leah Ware's Chris Webby Raw Thought 7. Um, you heard your name too much already. All right, so this, um, yeah, 6 with Chris Webby. All right, and what else do we got? Anything I missed? Sakuna. That was their own music. They were very polite about it. Let me give it a quick check. Oh, video unplayable. This video has been removed by the uploader. Okay. Video unavailable. Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to listen to that. Dave. All right, got something in my throat. Davisaurus Rex. Wanted hello. Neverless Mascaras featuring B. Duarte. So the band is Neverless. Yeah, okay. Some bands put the title first and then their name, and don't forget about the people in chat on YouTube. Yeah, I don't. Did somebody say something to me? Yeah, yeah. It always works out somehow, some way, Marcelo. Yes, I am on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Thanks, John. I didn't see that. I need to pull that over here as well. Let me get my YouTube chat going. I could probably just do it. Okay, my camera's in the way. My channel. Where's my that? Okay, there we go. So I can do that, and then I can have this like that. All right. Marina, if you would, for your requests, what I'm asking is that you put your requests in the comment section of one of my videos. And one of my more recent videos is going to be the better way to go. Or you can always go over to Discord. My Discord, I don't have Nightbot set up to work in YouTube chat. So let me grab my Discord real quick for you here. If you're not on Discord, not a problem. Not you don't have to go to Discord. You can just post something in the comment section of one of my YouTube videos. So let's see, that is Twitch. I want YouTube, my channel, live stream, my channel. Oh, now we're getting live stream. There you go. There's my Discord. Let me mute this. Okay. So yeah, there's the link to the Discord. Marcel. I keep saying Marcelo. It's Marcel with 021065. Anyways, and Marcel, you used to go by another name, right? I think I saw that somewhere else. Ouch. My hot plate is hot. Go figure. All right. Can I pop this chat out? Pop out chat. There we go. Yeah, because watching the two chats in combined mode on OBS is just a pain in the butt. It's not fun. It's not good. What did we have going on over there? '08 Widget. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Emreal Louie. Didn't see your follow. Thank you for that follow. Reaction request tab, please. Widget. All right. What? Okay, I need to turn this off. I'm getting notifications from my phone on my computer, and I keep hearing notifications. All right, cool, Widget. Yeah, I'll check it out. I think we're going to have today full up with other requests, but probably get at it next Saturday, I would imagine. All right, so we had Davisaurus with Nevertheless Mascaras. And actually, so Ray Louie, your is Ray Louie still here? Ray Louie, is yours a personal song? SoundCloud Ray Louie archives that. Let me click it here. Taking you to the following website, SoundCloud. Okay, I trust SoundCloud. Hopefully, trust SoundCloud. Um, Continue with Google. That. All right, I'm getting Facebook notifications. What the? I turned you off. Quit it. Shut up. There. No. Phone link connected. Quit. All right. Did you quit? Okay. I think it quit. I was getting 57 notifications from my phone. All right. Okay. Where was the SoundCloud thing? Okay. Why did that take over my chat window for YouTube? All right. Well, okay, yeah, those look like personal music. Okay, so I won't be able to do that one today. So in which case, Widget, is your song personally made music? Okay. All right, I'm going to turn off my audio real quick, and I'm just going to give it a personal test because you are actually next up in line. Well, actually, know what? No, I'm sorry. You will be next week. You'll be first up next Saturday. Because I do want to do the next song from Yesterwine. All right. So yeah. Hang on. That here. Okay, yeah. Reactions are locked for today. So we're not doing Ace of Base. We're doing this. And we're doing this. Roger that, Eric. Yeah, Widget, given that it passes my personal test. So for personal music, I prefer to give it a quick check first. What is that? Okay. Give it a quick check first. Make sure that it's within the realm of the kind of music that I enjoy. It's not doing either one of us any favors if your music, again, no offense, not saying that your music would be bad, but there are certain genres of music that I'm just not a fan of. And if it falls into one of those genres, doing you no favors for me to react to your video or to your music and poo-poo it. So I tend to give it just like a little 15-20 second check, make sure that it's within the realm of something that I would enjoy, or be open to at least. And if so, then we'll move forward with the reaction for it. All right. So number 4, we're gonna go Nightwish. What was the name? Anybody remember the name of the other song? There were the 2 songs that were requested. and we did one of them yesterday. It was off of Yesterwind. We did. What did we do yesterday? Videos. Probably playlists. Yesterwind official playlist. Oh no, that's like every Yesterwind. No, it's not. Pause. Oh, that's the song Yesterwind. Okay. Let's see. Human Nature album. Oh, they don't have a full album Yesterwind playlist up. Don't recall them. Welcome back, Marina. Angry Otter. Hello, how's it going? Good to see you. Look at my YouTube history. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to go back to my YouTube chat. Let's go back here. Studio. And it was in the lantern light reaction. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to the actual video. Shut up, J-Man. Where are you? The Weave. Nightwish. The Weave. Okay, official lyric video. Pause that. Unmute it. All right, I think we're ready. Unmute. Why did all my YouTube videos get muted? Okay. All right, I think we're ready finally. Left side menu. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, Cyber. All right. So first up, here we go. Let's get this ship out of the docks. Let me get my hang on. I need to know. Let's see. Cancel that. We're not quite ready yet. Pump the brakes a little. Why? What is that grabbing? That. I need to know who Emerson South is. Just to do a little background. Emerson South. They're on Spotify. Singer. Emerson South, singer. Emerson South is an independent musical project and band led by singer-songwriter and guitarist Joshua Michael Montminy. Blending Americana, blues, and indie rock. Band features rotating lineup of musicians. All right. Well, let's put all of this over on my cue cards. That. All right, got it. Okay, we're ready. Finally. YouTube incoming. Let's go back to. I can unplug my headset now. All right, let's go to. Yeah, we're on the right view. Okay, I need to wait. I need to make sure my YouTube window is capturing the right window. Standing in the rain. That's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Done. Okay, I think we're finally there. I'm going to move this over here. Okay, here we go. YouTube incoming. Hello and welcome everybody. J-Man back for another day's worth of reactions here. Hope you are all doing well out there. First reaction we got in the lineup here is a request from American Josh Dude. It is for a band that I've not heard before. It is Emerson South, and it's their song Standing in the Rain. So I did a little bit of research. Emerson South is an independent musical project and band led by singer, songwriter, and guitarist Joshua Michael Montminy. They blend Americana, blues, and indie rock. They feature a rotating lineup of musicians, often including drummer Nick Jupin and keyboardist Ian Whitney. So, never heard them before. I'm pretty cool with kind of bluesy indie rock sort of stuff. So looking forward to check it out. Let's go ahead and let's dive on in and see what they're talking about. So here we go with Standing in the Rain by Emerson South. Let's get it. A little funky.
Standing in the rain, it's getting cold, but I ain't feeling no pain. My baby's at home, warm and dry. Another tease forming in her eye. Ooh, I'm up on my feet when I should be in bed. One more sip, child. Out all night.
All right, quick pause here. First impression. So yeah, definitely got a blend of funk and blues going on here, in my opinion. Sounds like the band is very much kind of one of those that isn't constrained by a certain genre. Yeah, I would say musical production wise, I'd like to look at real quick when this came out, if it tells. 1 year ago was when it was posted, released in 2025. Yeah. So yeah, it's got kind of like a retro sound to the recording quality. Not saying that that's a bad thing. It sounds like something that I remember hearing from like back in the 70s kind of a thing. And that's kind of cool. I know there's the modern kick where a lot of people are going back and listening to music on LPs, records and things like that. And you can hear different stuff in the older recordings and on different mediums and things like that. And it's kind of cool. I mean, I love the modern production quality of music with, the wall of sound and all of that stuff. But there is something to be said for like some of the older music where, you really, it seems like you could hear every part of the production independently very clearly. And that's kind of what this is reminding me of. So yeah, definitely got a really cool funky beat. Reminds me of, there was, this is probably I'm dating myself for sure, and probably outdating a bunch of the viewers here. But when I first heard it, it reminded me of a movie called was it Superfly? I think it was Superfly. Um, but yeah, kind of this gritty, funky, bluesy kind of a sound is what really came to mind when I first heard it. So yeah, I'm definitely digging it so far. Let's back it up a smidge and we'll keep on going.
Out all night, empty bottles and empty cans. When I should be home being a man's. I know she can do so much better than me. I don't know why she don't let this poor boy be. Yeah. Ooh, I'm up on my feet when I should be in bed. One more slip, child, I'll be down. Standing in the rain, yeah. Feeling no pain. Get knocked down, I'll get back on my feet again. Feeling no pain, feeling no pain. Do it again.
All right, last pause here. So yeah, that last section was very interesting. And the thought that came to mind for me was just music from the era that this reminds me of, and I would again say it reminds me of like 70s, maybe late 60s, 70s kind of music. It reminds me of a time when music felt fun, right? It felt like artists were doing it purely for the fun and the enjoyment of it. Just the drums, the way the drums came in, and we heard it sounded like a guitar or almost a ukulele in there. I'm probably way off base. It could have just been the way the guitar was tuned, but it sounded very different from just like a standard guitar sound. And yeah, the singer's voice is very. It's got that very classic blues rocky sort of a sound to it, sort of a vibe. Very cool. Definitely enjoy it. But yeah, this song is just giving me a whole lot of throwback vibes and taking my brain back to my younger years and listening to music on the radio and listening to LPs on my record player and things like that. So that's kind of cool that it's sparking that those sort of old memories and retro memories vibes and things like that. So definitely digging it. Something I haven't heard. I haven't heard anything like this in quite a while. So it's kind of cool to step into the Wayback Machine and kind of think about some of those things from the past, from what is it, 40, 50 years ago now. So yeah, digging it. Let's back it up a smidge and we'll finish her out here. I like the bass riff there too.
Now I got a baby at home. I don't know if I'm gonna
All right. So, yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. All right. How about now? We got sound now? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Having some OBS issues. OBS has decided that it wants to change my audio sources for some reason, just randomly. But we just got done with Emerson South Standing in the Rain. And I feel like yeah, while that's not what I would consider like my wheelhouse in terms of the kind of music that I listen to on a regular basis, I do have a very wide range of musical tastes. I'm an older guy. I remember the 70s and the 60s. And this definitely threw me back to that sort of a vibe and that feel. And it even sort of evoked some of the emotions that I remember feeling back then. Like I said, listening to music on the radio and things like that before music was just available at the touch of a finger press on a music player or on the internet, YouTube Music or Spotify or whatever. And That's kind of cool. I love music that transports you to a different time. And this song definitely did that for me. It sort of transported me back into my younger days and memories and feelings and thoughts from then. So, yeah, I definitely dug that. Thanks for the request, American Josh Dude. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. Hope all the rest of you out there enjoyed the reaction as well. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this song. If you enjoy the music that I'm reacting to, links to the original videos will always be down in the description below. Jump over, give them a little love, like and subscribe on their channels. Do all that stuff. Support the artists that we're reacting to and that we enjoy. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. That'll be it for now. Hope to see you on the next one. Until then, everybody stay safe. Peace. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do every day before we start recording, I guess. We're gonna have to do mic checks and audio checks on both my different scenes. I don't know what's going on with OBS. It's got a mind of its own, apparently, lately. But All right. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Definitely, like I said, kind of a throwback sort of a thing. Now we're going to go to more modern Chris Webby. So get to hear a little bit of Chris Webby on his own. Let's see, when was this released? So this was released earlier this year. So I want to put on my notepad here that I know Chris Webby from what's the name of him and what's his Swiss Cheese Brain is killing me today. Him and Ren. What's their collab called? probably not gonna like everything he says. Okay. Interesting. Give me a hint as to what you're talking about, Helga. I don't want, if it's going to be something super controversial. Political in nature. Okay. So potentially conservative ideas? Knowing that Helga knows me. No, not super controversial. Okay. All right. Well, I am definitely open to hearing opinions that I don't necessarily agree with. I'm completely fine with that as long as it's not, yeah, my main thing would be, you know, abusive, you know, racial epithets, things like that. As long as it's not of that nature, then I'm okay with it. All right, let's go back to here. And audio's still good. OBS didn't change things on me midstream. Right, cyber hate speech, that kind of stuff. Yeah, not into that. Mic working all right? Okay, all right, here we go. YouTube incoming. Hello and welcome everybody. J-Man back for another music reaction. It's my Sunday here. Hope you're doing well out there, whatever day of the week it happens to be for you. We've got a request from Leah Ware, and the request is for Chris Webby, Raw Thoughts 7. So I know Chris Webby only from his collab with Ren, Impatient. I've heard a couple of songs by them, and I've really enjoyed those. So yeah, looking to hear a little bit from Chris on his own, see what he's got to say. I believe he is more in the realm of like hip hop rap sort of thing. Could be off base there, but that's what I've been exposed to so far with him on Impatient. So yeah. Definitely looking forward to checking it out. Let's go ahead and see what he's got to say. So here we go. Chris Webby, Raw Thoughts 7. Let's get it.
Well, here we go again.
Once upon a time in our rewritten history, 13 bloodlines rose to power wickedly. They came from ancient lands with depravity and vices, like usury and rape and ritual sacrifices. They worshipped evil gods, but they kept the secrets hidden as they infiltrated and hijacked other religions. They conquered other countries and they printed all the money while they plotted on a plan for the control of everybody. And here we are now, still on the same path, with the devil in the details. You could do the math. Only God's got the map with the one road back. On the human racetrack, we passed the last lap with your pedophiles and Illuminati puppets operating in the shadows like roaches evading justice, subliminally teaching the wicked ways to the public, whether we knew it or not. Now we're all a product of it. See, they desecrated nature and set fire to the wilderness, filled us with their poison and they wired us for sinfulness, stole our ancient knowledge and left us broken and ignorant, and stole our sons and daughters and fed on the stolen innocence. They groomed our behavior and turned us on our neighbors, took away our promise and offered us false saviors. But something's gotta give when you're ruled by the takers, and in the end, us and them will meet the same maker. So I dedicate the song to those who lost their life and paid the price to tell the truth for what they thought was right. Those who up against the odds answered for the call to fight, and now it's time that the fucking darkness is brought to light.
Okay, quick pause here for original thoughts or first thought. Okay, like his flow, definitely like his flow, like his voice. Again, I've heard him a couple of times on the Impatient songs that I've reacted to, and it's it's a flow and a vibe that reminds me of a little bit like the raspiness to his voice reminds me a little of like Lil Wayne. And his flow is reminiscent to like Eminem. Some of the things he was saying there, he was spitting pretty quick. So kind of hard to take it all in. I feel like this is one of the videos where we'll probably do a little bit of a lyrical breakdown at the end, to kind of get the full gist of what he's saying. But I definitely understand some of the stuff he's saying about like religions being corrupted and overtaken. There was something about the Illuminati. I'm not a conspiracy theorist in terms of stuff like the Illuminati and whatever, but there in every conspiracy theory, there's always a kernel of truth. Those things come from something real, and basically, I feel like if I'm understanding Chris's main idea or main plot line here, I think it's got to do with just how the rich and the powerful and the government sort of take over control of everything. And there was stuff in there about, they tell us what to think and how to feel and things like that. I definitely agree with that. There is a degree to which, the rich and the powerful have always controlled society and always controlled the ways we think and the way we see things and stuff like that. So definitely can agree with some of these early thoughts, at least the bits that I was able to pull out of it. I feel like we need to relearn how to think for ourselves and not just, be caught up in the things that the rich and the powerful are trying to steer us towards and what they want us to think and what they want us to feel. And we need to think for ourselves and develop our own opinions and do what we feel is right. And things like that. So far, I think I'm digging it, what I'm understanding of it. Again, I feel like at the end of this, we're gonna go and we're gonna check out the lyrics and we'll do a little bit of a deeper dive in this. I love good rappers that have something to say. Maybe I don't agree with everything that they're gonna say, but I like somebody that's got something to say and they're not afraid to say it. And Chris seems, so far from what I can tell, he's got some stuff to say. And I would like to check that out a little further. But so far, digging the flow, digging the vibes of it, digging the overall thoughts that are going on. So let's back it up and we'll keep on going.
Call to fight, and now it's time that the fucking darkness is brought to light. Don't get distracted.
That's very Eminem sounding there.
Load this chamber
Little
and aim at the head of the monster now. So go and grab a slice of Pizzagate. John Podesta's here to serve you each a plate. Tony's pouring fresh adrenochrome you really need to taste. And Barack bought the hot dogs for over 60K. In just a single day, that's what our taxes went to pay. Careful though, he'll take you paddleboarding if you tell his secrets. And stay away from his husband, she's meaner than he is. And Bill Gates is over there with a syringe and gloves, cause he likes to vaccinate the kids before he drinks their blood. And who's that chewing on a pineal gland? Oh, that's just Hillary with all that frazzle drip on her hands. That's red-handed. And there's Bill with jizz on his pants. Galena wiped the stains when her plane from Israel lands. So someone grab the spirit cooker if you looking for the gravy. Abramovich, who is not a witch, well, maybe. And Gaga don't drink the goo-goo from little babies. That's crazy. She's honestly a really nice lady. And look, it's Kevin Spacey right off the set of a movie. He shot in his basement with a child and George Clooney. Weinstein funded it. Spielberg Spielberg directed it, and Bono made the music and sang at a kid's benefit. And George H.W. Bush is pulling the car up with every man in his family, even Barbara. Ellen's on the way from Diddy's house with Sean Carter. Cause here at Comet Ping Pong, the club is what you're part of. Oprah's on the way, but she'll be late. She's stuck in human traffic. We'll just have to film the sacrifice and show it to her after. Go and throw it on a lacy drive, but don't be losing that shit. Where's Anthony Weiner's computer? I thought that Huma had it. Just relax, take a nap with that guy in the Biden mask. Even if they catch us, we'll be fine. Just give it time to pass. Jeffrey's got our back. This shit is under control. Cause he reports directly to the people running the show. Well, gee, who could that be? What a mystery. Even with the evidence, there's not a single hint to see. And these conspiracies have been mistaken all along. So I guess we'll never know just what is really going on. But before you call it anti-Semitism, try to listen and think how I said those families infiltrated religions. At the head of every snake is a servant of Satanism. Shit, the Vatican been human trafficking since the beginning. But one little country has become their seat of power, where they plot on pandemics and wars and twin towers. Babylonian Talmudism has been their recipe, and they've been sacrificing the fucking children for centuries. And they don't give a fuck about us. We're just goy, cattle, subhuman, only here to be destroyed and extorted and abused and ruled over with lies. But don't forget, guys, they're our greatest allies.
Okay, time for another pause. Okay, so it definitely seems like we've wandered into, in the very early part of that, what I guess I would call the second verse, a little more conspiracy theory stuff, stuff about Hillary, stuff about the stuff about Clinton was funny because that's true, right? The jizz on his pants thing. Yeah. Bill couldn't keep it in his pants. Like I said, the stuff about Hillary, I'm not saying I'm a Hillary fan, but there was a lot of stuff put out there about her by right-wing media and conspiracy theorists about, child molestation rings and things like that there is absolutely no evidence for. There were some other lines in there that he's definitely spitting at a pretty high rate here. So I can't remember exactly everything. Like I said, definitely we are going to go back. We're going to do a little bit of a lyrical breakdown, kind of go through some of this stuff. A lot of that stuff was heavily redacted, and I think that was on purpose, right? Certain names were redacted, and certain thoughts and concepts were redacted. And I think that was sort of a nod at, or a pitch at, or a punch at how when government documents get released, they're so heavily redacted, oftentimes you can't really understand exactly what's going on because they've redacted so much information, and things like that. If I'm understanding Chris's idea or concept here with what he was doing, showing the lyrics with things being redacted. So yes, overall, in general, I'm liking it. And, he definitely doesn't seem like he is like punching at the right or punching at the left, politically speaking. Seems like he's punching both ways. He had some stuff to say about George W. Bush and stuff like that, which I get it. The mistrust of the government that has risen in the last 20 years or so here in the United States in particular. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. I'm not sure where Chris is from, what nationality is, but he is talking predominantly U.S. stuff, Lady Gaga, and stuff like that. But I get it. I get the lack of trust in politics lately. I am not one that I side with either side of the aisle, Republican or Democrat, because I feel like there's a lot of corruption on both sides of the aisle. I just tend to say that I'm a liberal. I believe in equal rights for everybody and freedom for everybody and things like that. He also seemed to take a punch at what Israel is doing, and and he mentioned the idea that lately when you call out Israel for the things that they're doing, you get called an anti-Semite, and I heavily disagree with that. I believe that Israel has definitely been in the middle of a genocide over there in Israel, in Gaza, and things like that. So a lot that he's saying that I can get behind, some stuff that I can't get behind. But hey, I'm open to hearing all people's opinions. I'm of the mind that if all you ever do is listen to people that you agree with, then that's all you're ever going to believe. You're never going to change your opinions. You're never going to be open to understanding what other people feel and why they feel it. That's what I'm more interested in. I'm interested in why people that have different opinions than I do, why they have those opinions and what drove them to feel that and things like that. So I've rambled quite a bit here, but definitely some very thought-provoking material from Chris here, and I'm enjoying it. I like this kind of stuff. Things that spark dialogue and make people think and make them talk about stuff and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of it. So, liking what I'm hearing so far in terms of the overall composition of the song that we're hearing, not necessarily agreeing with everything that's being said, but I'm liking the overall concept and what Chris is doing. So let's back it up another smidge, and we may have to pause one more time, but we'll see. Let's back it up a smidge. We'll keep going.
With lies, but don't forget, guys, they're our greatest
7-minute song, so probably another break.
Oh man, this song is gonna get me in some fucking trouble. That Kazarian
Probably,
mafia is watching you with the fallen angels and Nephilim. It's time to rid society's closet of all the skeletons. So let me just be crystal fucking clear and set a precedent. If Trump is proven part of it, then burn him with the rest of them. Anyone taking cookies out of Epstein's jar. Every Rachel Chandler handler in Epstein's car. And if he's really still alive, his judgment will come when he's mono with God. That's an Epstein bar. We gotta break the mind control of these secret societies that kept us locked in our perception. Then they threw away the keys.
Sorry,
Sure we
I
never
noticed
leave,
the
and that
video
everyone
quality
we
wasn't
see
the
are
best.
incriminated guilty celebrities on the screens who've been living double lives in the company of snakes with the fucking balls to laugh at it right in front of our face. And it's hard when we grew up to love a lot of these stars, but it's time we see the monsters for exactly who they are and fully cut ties with the idols of our youth, cause our childhood heroes have been hiding from the truth. But the reckoning is coming, ain't no running from the proof. So give every sick fuck at the pizzeria a noose. At the all white parties, show up in black.
The pizzeria, I think that's a stab at Hillary.
Kerosene in hand while I'm flicking a lit match and burn it all down till it's nothing but ash. Raw thoughts. And now it's feeling like the whole world's cursed. The devil lurks while he ushers in this hell on earth. And a one world government's looming out in the distance. A new world order is coming for the resistance. While all we do is bicker till it's ripping us apart. As the globalists controlling us are stripping us for parts. While they reset the score on the brink of world war. As I look around, I don't recognize it anymore. Feel a wheeze from the geoengineering on the breeze. While they blocking out the sky right in front of us to see. Fucking with us with the frequencies of 5G. Interacting with the graphene from the vaccines. And the food that we eat is poisoned down to the seeds. Hard to even call it food when Pfizer's making the cheese. While the algorithm focused us on how we disagree. They've been building us a prison with digital IDs. So this ain't an act of violence, it's an act of defiance. It's a fucking middle finger to these pedophile tyrants. A reminder to the rebels who won't give them their compliance. When the pressure's on, never getting threatened into silence. And still hit the field while the home team's losing. Keep a cool head through the cries and confusion. Keep an open mind through the lies and illusions. And try to be a good human. So one last time, this the finale, put it to bed. Because after this, there won't be nothing left to be said. And I hope that after all of this, at least I made you think. That was always my intention for sharing what's in my head. It was never about the vision, I just needed y'all to listen. And wake the fuck up from this nightmare that we live in. So hate or love it if I got you to question the system. With all these raw thoughts, then I accomplished the mission. And thoughts were my own. In a world where the loudest opposition is controlled, I don't claim to have the answer. Really, all I've ever known is I gotta speak on it if I feel it in my bones. I've been right about a lot of things, wrong about some others. Shadow banned and demonized, still I never stuttered. Cause from the very start, I just said what's in my heart. So one last time, raw thoughts, motherfucker.
All right. So
Restart, I just
yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. Okay, so yeah, like I said, definitely a song where a lot that I can agree with, a few things that I can vehemently disagree with, and some things that I'm on the borderline with. There was definitely some stuff in there to do with immunization stuff, and I feel that's one of the things that I feel is just it's really really dangerous. So that's the one that I'm vehemently in disagreement with is the stuff about vaccinations and immunizations. We're seeing here in the U.S. the resurgence of diseases and viruses that had been thought to be dead. We thought that we had conquered them. Smallpox is the one that comes to mind. There was an outbreak of smallpox, I want to say in Texas, which Texas is one of those predominantly conservative states. They had a lot of pushback against the COVID procedures and things like that. But because there are parents believing this stuff out there, there was the one poke about Bill Gates and, immunizing children and something about the blood or whatever. Yeah, that's the one part, the one concept that Chris is talking about that I definitely disagree with, and I feel like is very dangerous. We need to immunize our children. There is no link between immunizations and consistently bad things. There are a lot of people out there that believe that some of the immunizations cause autism. There is no link. There is no direct link there. There are some what's the word for it? I'm having a Swiss cheese moment. The indirect, there's some indirect results that do show, certain things about instances of autism and immunization, things like that. But you have to weigh the good versus the bad. So even if I were to concede and say that there may be some link between immunizations and autism, the rate at which it happens is much less than the good that comes out of the immunizations and keeping down the spread of diseases that are going to kill people and things like that. So just want to get that one out of the way. That was the one that sort of hit the big nerve for me, was the stuff about immunization. But other than that, like I said, there's a lot that he had to say that I can get in line with. Just the control by the powers that be, and the stuff about Israel and what's going on over there, and things like that. So yeah, I don't know. I probably am going to do a little breakdown. I would like to go back through his lyrics, but I'm going to kind of put a final note on sort of my general thoughts here, so that for those of you that don't want to go through and do the deep dive into the lyrics, you can just kind of pass over it. I'll put a timestamp in the video for it. But yeah, overall, like his flow, like his sound, like the beats, like the imagery, very well put together video. So I'm going to overall give it a thumbs up. I definitely enjoyed that. I feel like, again, Chris is just, he's talking about things that he believes in clearly. Agree with some of it, don't agree with some of it, vehemently disagree with some of it. But at the same time, like I said, I feel like these things need to be talked about. We need to have conversations about them. We need to get them out in the open air, and we need to talk about them. We seem to have gotten to this place in the 2020s where the idea is that, you know, people should not be talking about certain things, and I am diametrically opposed to that idea. I think we need to talk about them. I think we need to stop going into our own corners and hearing nothing but everything that the people that we agree with have to say. And we need to start talking to people that we disagree with and talk these things out and hash them out and figure out why we think the things that we think, and maybe try to find some middle ground. That's what I miss in today's society, is that, you know, again, I'm going to play the old man card. You know, 30, 40 years ago, people who had different ideas, they could agree to disagree, and they could compromise. The United States government, Republicans and Democrats, would often reach across the aisle and come to a compromise and find a solution that was at least appeasing to both sides of the aisle. And we don't do that anymore. It's us against them. If we win, you lose. If we lose, you win, is kind of the mentality today. And that's not the way that it is. That's not the way the world works. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. But clearly what Chris had to say provoked a lot of thought, provoked a lot of emotion in me. And that's what music of this nature should do. It should provoke you to think. It should provoke you to talk about it. And it should provoke you to action, hopefully. So definitely a thumbs up to Chris in that respect. And I can be down with that. So that'll be it for the regular sort of my reaction here. But I do want to do a little bit of a deep dive into the lyrics and talk about that before I end things out here. So let me get that pulled up here. So Raw Thoughts 7 lyrics. Raw Thoughts 7 lyrics. Chris Webby. Come on, we got to have the lyrics, right? Here we go. Genius. Okay. Bitch, you done released the Kraken. I'm up on Mount Olympus while I'm rapping. So when the lightning strikes, the watchers churning, thunder's crashing, and them twisters touching down like that movie with Bill Paxton. Wait, is this? This doesn't sound like the right lyrics. Is this? Okay, I don't think this is the right set of lyrics. He's talking about some of the same stuff that I remember hearing. Oh, this is from his original Raw Thoughts. Okay, yeah. So he was saying some similar stuff. So let me try putting in the Roman numerals and see if that. Okay, here we go. Okay, once upon a time in a rewritten history, 13 bloodlines rose to power. Okay, I know the reference that he's talking about there. It has that, doesn't that? I think that's got to do. I think Cyber may be the one that might know this more than anybody else. But I think the 13 bloodlines, that was like the old aristocracy, right? There were 13, or is this more of a? Is this more of one of the conspiracy theorist things? But I feel like there were certain bloodlines in Europe between like England and France and Germany and Italy and all of that. That most of the aristocracy came from those bloodlines. And I feel like maybe that's what he's talking about. You guys can let me know in the comments if I'm off base there. But they came from ancient lands and with depravity and vices like usury and rape and ritual sacrifices. So yeah, our history is full of that kind of stuff, right? That's something we definitely understand. And let's see, they conquered other countries and they printed all the money while they plotted on the plan for the control of everybody. And here we are now, still on the same path with the evil in the details. You could do the math. Only God's got the map with the one road back on the human racetrack. We passed the last lap. Bunch of pedophiles and Illuminati puppets operating in the shadows like roaches evading justice, subliminally teaching their wicked ways to the public, whether we knew it or not. Now we're all a product of it. Helga, do you know where is Chris Webby from? I want to search that real quick. Is Chris Webby from Norwalk, Connecticut? Okay, all right. So he is from the U.S., which makes sense with what he's talking about mostly. Let's see. Filled us up with their poison, and they wired us for sinfulness, stole our ancient knowledge, and left us broken and ignorant. Okay, so that first verse, I definitely feel like I understood most of what was going on there, and I feel like I nailed that. Second verse, it's time to load this chamber and aim at the head of the monster now. So go and grab a slice of Pizzagate. So Pizzagate, that was supposedly Hillary was running this child prostitution ring from the basement of a pizza place in New York. And they actually, I think they raided that place and they found nothing. That is all a bunch of bullshit. That's a whole bunch of conspiracy theorist stuff. And there was a lot of conspiracy theory stuff in here from Chris. So doesn't surprise me. But John Podesta is here to serve you each a plate. Tony's pouring fresh adrenochrome. That might be another sort of conspiracy theory thing. I don't know. I'm not sure. You really need to taste. Barack bought the hot dogs for over $60K. Again, probably some conspiracy theorist thing there. In just a single day, that's what our taxes went to pay. Careful thought. He'll take you paddle boarding if you tell his secrets. So almost sounds like gonna kill you if you know too much, kind of thing. Chemical compound produced by the oxidation of adrenaline. Okay, Leah, gotcha. And stay away from his husband. He's meaner than his husband. She's meaner than he is. Yeah, that's a little bit of a low blow. I think that's poking, saying that Michelle is the one that wears the pants in the family or something. Here's the bit about Bill Gates is over there with the syringe and the gloves because he likes to vaccinate the kids before he drinks their blood. Total bullshit. And who's that chewing on a pineal gland? Oh, that's just Hillary with all that fazzled drip in her hands. Okay, more conspiracy theorist stuff. That whole, I feel like this whole second verse is a lot of conspiracy theorist crap that I can't get down with. Let's see, next verse. Even with the evidence, there's not a single hint to see, and these conspiracies have been mistaken all along. So I guess we'll never know just what's really going on. But before you call it anti-Semitism, try to listen and think how I said those families infiltrated religions. At the head of every snake is a servant of Satanism. Shit, the Vatican been human trafficking since the beginning. Yes, I agree with that. The Catholic Church is a mob family, basically, that has been moving around and hiding pedophiles for thousands of years. But one little country has been the seat of the power while the plot on pandemics and wars and twin towers. I feel like that's another big conspiracy theory saying that the pandemic was intentionally produced by the government, and that the twin towers were actually something that happened that was a plot by the government to spark anti-Muslim sentiments and things like that. Let's see more about the Catholic Church. Oh man, this song gonna get me in some fucking trouble. Yeah, it probably gonna get you in trouble with some people. Fallen angels and the Nephilim. I know that word. I've heard it before. I think it's another conspiracy thing. It's time to rid society's closet of all the skeletons. So let me just be crystal fucking clear and set a precedent. If Trump is proven part of it, then burn him with the rest of them. Talking about Epstein stuff, which at least it sounds like maybe the way he phrased that makes me sound like he is a bit of a Trump supporter, which I clearly am not if you've watched any of my stuff. But at least he's open to saying that, hey, look, if this guy's doing bad shit, then he needs to burn with everybody else. He definitely, in my opinion, is a pedophile. You can listen to the way that Trump talks about his own daughter and get the sense and the gist of where Trump comes from, right? The guy is a freaking pedophile and he is a moron. And I'll stop there. Okay. Let's see. Talked a lot about Epstein. The reckoning is coming. Every sick fuck at the pizzeria. There we go again with the Hillary pizzeria thing. Whole world's curse. Devil's lurking. New World Order. We know what that is. Yeah, graphene. I know that that's behind a conspiracy theory thing. Vaccines. They're building us a prison with a digital ID. That's kind of people's interpretation of the Revelations, the book of Revelations, and how everybody's going to have a number. That's all a bunch of bullshit, in my opinion. The digital age, yeah, we all have online IDs and you can be tracked from that and stuff like that, but it is what it is. I don't see the evil in it. Yeah, the rest of it is more just kind of him saying, look, hey, I'm mad about this stuff, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, like I said, in the end, definitely some things that I can agree with. The stuff about Israel, the stuff about there being these main powers of super powerful people, rich people that are controlling things, trying to tell you how to think, stuff like that. I definitely that's a given. That's not just a theory. That's a known fact. The people with the power are the ones that control the world, and it's gotten out of control here in the U.S. I haven't seen the last numbers, but it's a very, very small percentage of the U.S. population that controls a very, very large percentage of the wealth. And those are the people that can go out and buy lobbyists to go lobby our governmental officials to do the things that they want to do. I just listened to a podcast this morning about what was it? Dang it. Is it BPAs? Is that the name of the stuff that's in the plastic? Yeah, BPAs. The EPA here in the United States is allowing a lot of shit just because there are large corporations that spend billions upon billions of dollars to lobby the government and government officials to say, oh, it's fine, don't worry about those BPAs, it's not a big deal, you know. Oh yeah, all the lab tests, they were just mice and rats, and we're not mice and rats. And yeah, you know, we need to start listening to the scientists that are telling us that some of the shit we're doing is wrong and it's bad. So I could probably stay here and talk forever, and nobody's going to probably listen to it. I know probably the whole last 10 minutes of this video are me going over the lyrics and giving some of my thoughts. Most people are going to skip over it. I get it. I'm fine with that. But bottom line is, again, I stand for Chris and his right to say what he thinks and put his opinions out there, whether I think they're right, wrong, or indifferent. I stand behind Chris's right to say what he thinks and say what he feels. And I agree with some of it. I disagree with some of it. I vehemently disagree with some of it. But in the end, like I said, I feel like everybody needs to be a little more open with what they think and what they feel. And we need to talk about this stuff, and we need to try to hash some of this stuff out and quit standing in our corners, bickering at each other and thinking that we're always right and they're always wrong. And if we can get to that place, then I think maybe we can start to make some progress. So that's my final thought. I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks so much to everybody who stayed to the very end here. If you're watching this video and you liked what you saw, please drop a like, comment, let me know what you think about all this stuff. Subscribe, ring the bell, helps my channel grow. And hopefully we will see you on the next one. Stay cool, everybody. Peace. Marcel, if you're still there on YouTube, you don't have to go over to Discord to put in a request. You can put your request in any of the comment sections of any of my YouTube videos, preferably one of the more recent ones. So again, not a requirement to go to Discord. That is an option. If you are on Discord and you want to go over to my Discord channel, put it in the reaction request channel of my Discord. And that's one way to put your music requests out. The other more simple way, just comment in the comment section of any one of my videos. I will see those. I'll put them on my list and I will get to it. American Josh, dude, what's going on, dude? I did. Yours was the, which one was it? Emerson South. Yeah. Very retro, sort of gave me a lot of 70s vibes. Like the singer's voice. Very good, kind of bluesy sort of a sound. And yeah, I enjoyed it. That's you. All right. Well, I did not know that. Awesome. Well, I wish I would have known that. I could have said that in the reaction. You're the singer, the guitarist, and the bassist. I loved your bass riffs. Yeah, that was very cool. Very, like I said, very retro vibey to me. I'm an old guy, and I mentioned in the reaction, which I'm sure you'll probably go check it out. But I mentioned it threw me back to the days of listening to music on the radio and shit like that. Theodore Ozzy, if you want your music reacted to, you need to go over and put that request in the comment section of one of my YouTube videos. Or you can also go over to my Discord. If you're on Discord, you can do that there as well. I can put the link to the Discord here. There's the link to the Discord. There is a reaction request channel on my Discord, but I do not write down requests and links from my live stream chats. So if you want something reacted to, easiest way is just to go and post that in the comment section of any one of my YouTube videos. Nightbot consistently posts my channel, my YouTube channel. It's a little bit further up here. I don't know if I have a command for my YouTube channel, but I can copy and paste you the link here. There you go. There's the link to my YouTube channel. Just any one of my newer videos, just go and comment your music request in there, and it'll get put on my list. As long as it's something that is within the realm of the kind of music that I enjoy listening to, it doesn't have hate speech or anything like that in it, I probably will react to it. All right, let's move on. Yeah, thanks for the request, Leah. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. It definitely, like I said, definitely very thought provoking. Clearly provoked some pretty intense opinions and emotions by me. But like I said, I'm the kind of person, while I firmly believe the things that I believe, I'm not somebody who just only wants to hear thoughts and opinions of people that I agree with. I love having discussions with people that I disagree with. And like I said, what's more interesting to me is not so much the what they believe, but why they believe it. Why do you believe this thing? Why do you believe in these conspiracy theories? Or why do you believe that immunizations are bad and stuff like that? And just try to have a peaceful conversation with them and present each of your own opinions and why you believe what you believe. And if you can shift a mind just a little bit towards the middle, that's what I feel like is going to make progress in the world, is if we can all just step a couple paces closer to the middle, then things will get better. We just need to stop, like I said, standing in our own corner, shouting at each other at the top of our lungs and hating each other because we disagree on some things. I feel like as human beings, we agree on way more than we disagree on. If I were to sit and talk to one of the most conservative minds here in the United States right now, I almost guarantee you we're going to agree on more things than we disagree on. And we need to quit making it a point to make the things we disagree on the big heavy things, right? It's like, let's find the things that we can agree on, and let's talk about those, and let's talk about how we can make the world better based on those things that we do agree on. And then if it's something that we disagree on, maybe we can find a middle ground or a common ground that we can talk about it and things like that. So that's my opinion. All right. Here we go. Let's get going on the next one. I just want to check something real quick. All right. Next up, we have Neverless Mascaras featuring Bia Duarte. Let me do a little research on Neverless. Neverless is a high energy ska alternative. Okay, so ska alternative. Used to like me some ska back in the day. Rock band formed in 2018 in Sarasota, Florida. Known for blending punk and ska with elements of metal, jazz, and funk. Interesting. And that request came from Davisaurus Rex. All right. Yeah, I think that sounds kind of cool, kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, back to here. And here we go, YouTube incoming. Hello and welcome everybody. J-Man back for another music reaction. It's my Sunday. I hope you're all doing well out there, whatever day of the week it is for you. We've got a request by Davisaurus Rex, and it is the song Mascaras by Neverless, featuring B. Duarte. I did just a little bit of research on Neverless, and it looks like they are. Let me actually pull that back up over here. So Neverless is a high energy ska alternative rock band formed in 2018 in Sarasota, Florida, known for blending punk and ska with elements of metal, jazz, and funk. Sounds quite interesting to me. I definitely liked some ska back in the day. I wouldn't say I was like a ska super fan or anything like that, but definitely liked some stuff in that realm. So yeah, very interested to check it out and see what they have for us. Let's go ahead and see what they're talking about. So we've got Neverless Mascaras featuring B. Duarte. Let's get it. Volume is a little low.
Sinto que se eu falar a verdade vai afastar quem não conhece debaixo da.
One second. Is the audio of that video quiet for you guys as well? It's coming through kind of quiet in my headset. Anybody? It's fine for you. Addo supporter, hello. All right. Why is it so quiet for me then? One second. Let's we'll do a take 2 here. Didn't have one of those yesterday, so I guess we were kind of due for one. Let's stop. Let me go over. Okay, I want to go back.
Said what's in my heart, so one last time, raw thoughts, motherfucker. Oh man, this song is gonna get me in some fucking trouble. That Kazarian Mafia's watching you with the fallen angels and Nephilim. It's time to rid society's closet of all the skeletons. So let me just be crystal fucking clear and set a precedent. If Trump is proven part of it, then burn him.
There we go. All right. I love this SteelSeries headset that I have, but it's got this button on the right-hand side that changes the volume of your game chat and your audio. And if that knob gets turned too much one way or another, it can make things it can make the audio completely go away for me. So, all right. Well, I'm glad that I checked that. Here we go. Let's do a take 2. Let me actually copy that that little bit about the band over here to my notepad so I don't have to swap out. Put that here. All right. Back over to this. And back to the beginning of the video. Full screen. All right. Here we go. YouTube incoming. Hello and welcome everyone. J-Man back for another music reaction. It is my Sunday. Hope you're all doing well out there, whatever day of the week it is for you. We've got a request coming in from Davosaurus Rex. It's for the band Neverless and their song Mascaras. And this features B. Duarte. I did a little research on the band Neverless. I've never heard of them before, haven't heard their music. But apparently Neverless is a high-energy ska alternative rock band formed in 2018 in Sarasota, Florida. They're known for blending punk and ska with elements of metal, jazz, and funk. That's quite the cool fusion of musical styles. Very interested to see what they got going on here. So yeah, let's just cut right to the chase. If just real quick before we get into the video, if you're enjoying the reactions, if it's your first time over here, please do drop a message in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell. All that stuff helps to grow my channel. We're getting really close to 6,000 subscribers. That's thanks to all of you people out there watching. I thank you so much for that. All right, let's go ahead. Let's dive on in and let's hear what they're talking about. We got Neverlast Mascaras featuring B. Duarte. Let's get it. Whoop. Let's get it.
Sinto que se eu falar a verdade vai afastar quem não conhece debaixo da máscara. Pensa em voz alta, minha cara deixou.
No closed captioning.
Eu preciso controlar pensamentos intrusivos de desgosto, mas eu finjo que eu gosto de tudo isso tá beirando o impossível. Minha voz não nega o que eu penso e mostra tudo isso. Não é um lugar que eu domino, mas estou nas caras até dormindo. Se escapar, finge que não vê o que eu sinto de verdade,
Okay, quick pause, short song for my initial thoughts here. Definitely, I feel like there's a little something lacking in the production quality. Maybe it's just my ear, but I feel like things are a little muddled together. I'm not hearing crisply. I'm not hearing the guitars real crisply. I can hear the drums okay. Her vocals are coming through fairly clear, but it just, the overall sound sounds a little bit muddy to me. But I wish the song had closed captioning, but it doesn't. I would love to know what's going on lyrically. But again, I've said it before. We reacted to a Spanish language song yesterday, and I'm fine listening to it without really even knowing what's being said. I've said it before that I feel like there's something about the Spanish language that sounds very, what's the word for it? The Spanish language flows very well for music, in my opinion. And I've listened to plenty of Latin music where, like I said, I'm listening to the music on a playlist or something, and I have no idea what's being said, but I still enjoy it a lot. There's a very cool flow and vibe to Spanish language music that I can enjoy. But like I said, more than anything, the thing that's kind of popping for me, and I don't know, you guys can let me know in the comments below, and I'm sure my Twitch chat will let me know, and YouTube chat will let me know when I get done with the reaction here. But like I said, the mix of the music is just a little bit muddled for me. It just doesn't sound crisp. And I don't know, this band, me having not heard their name, and them having been out for a while, as they have, could say that, they're a smaller band. They may not have the big money for high level production quality stuff, and that might be what's hindering it here. But like I said, I wish that things were a little more crisp, a little more clear, because it's got a little bit of a muddled sound for me. But let's back it up and let's keep on going and see what we got.
Sinto muito por não conseguir. Juro que eu queria concordar. Eu incomodo, já tô sabendo, mas sem mudar.
Okay, another final pause here. Let's go ahead and drop a like on the video. So yeah, again, please don't take this, especially whoever it was that requested the song, Davisaurus Rex. Please don't take this as a negative. I mean, I'm liking what I'm hearing from the band. Okay, it's just that it definitely, the mix of the different components of the music are very weird in my ear. The vocals sound like they're a layer back from where they should be. In my mind, the vocals should always be kind of at the forefront. That should be the thing that you can hear the clearest out of everything. And both the guy who was singing and the female vocalist, B, their vocals are just a little bit lower than I feel like they should be. And like the bass lines, I can hear it. I can hear the bass line, but it just doesn't pop. That, I guess that's the best word that I could say, is that none of the elements themselves pop in the sound in my ears. And I've got a pretty good set of headphones that, when I'm listening to good music that's got a good high production value to it, that you can really distinctly hear the different parts of the music. And for me, it's all sort of, and what doesn't help is that I am a little hard of hearing. I went to way too many loud concerts, rock concerts when I was younger, still do. Don't wear earplugs. Worked in production environments where I was working with loud saws, wood saws, and things like that. Didn't wear my ear protection the way I should. So I'm paying the price now. My hearing is not the greatest, but even so, like I said, I wish that the production quality was a little better, because I'm liking what I'm hearing. I'm liking the style of the music. I'm liking the guitars and the bass, and the vocals sound very interesting. It's just my brain can't stop focusing on the production quality and how things sound just a little bit muddled or subdued in my ear. So again, overall, liking it, digging the vibe. Just wish that it sounded a little bit better. I wish. So let's go ahead, let's back it up, and we'll finish it out, and we'll see what we got going on. And that mic overlay. Can you hear a little scream in the very background there? Okay, that's him.
Fico improviso com a máscara na cara. Sigo improviso que ninguém me contou. Sigo improviso com a máscara na cara. Sigo improviso que ninguém me contou. Me encaixa, eu pergunto, me encaixa, eu pergunto, me encaixa.
Não é lugar que eu domino, mas visto máscaras até dormindo.
Se escapar, finge que não viu o que eu sinto.
De verdade, verdade.
All right. Yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. Okay, so yeah, that was Neverless Mascaras featuring B. Duarte. And I'm left wanting more, because again, sounded like something that would be super interesting to me. We had the very nice, beautiful vocals by B there. She's got a really nice voice, what I could hear of her voice. The lead singer, the male lead singer, I liked what I heard from him, but again, their vocals were just a little bit subdued in the overall mix of the composition of the music. And the other elements, again, rather than each element sort of popping on its own, it all sort of blended into each other and was just a little bit muddled. I keep using that word muddled. I can't come up with a better word. Hopefully that gets across what I'm thinking and feeling about what I was hearing there. But like I said, in terms of the musical composition and their style, I definitely liked it. I was very intrigued by it. We had some sort of some metal screams by the male vocalist that were, again, also very subdued, very far back in the mix, that I would have liked to have heard them brought a little further forward in the mix of the music. But like I said, yeah, just overall, I liked what I was hearing, and I would be very interested to hear something else from them that maybe had, you know, the better production quality to it, so that I could really experience it. Listening to that kind of music that's a very high intensity, the way that it got after the very beginning. The very beginning was sort of just that more down tempo music or vocals by B. And then things kind of ramped up and got into more what I would say kind of like a metal sound. I was very interested in it, very intrigued by it, but left wanting. So that's, I guess, my final opinion. Overall, thumbs up. Liked what I could hear of it. Liked the musical composition. I think that this band is somebody that I could really get into. I'm left wanting a little more from the musical production side of things, and being able to more crisply and clearly hear all of the different components of the music. So, Davisaurus Rex, hope you didn't take that as bad as it could maybe sound. Like I said, overall, my impressions are good, very good, as a matter of fact. I think this is a band that I could really get into. I just am left wanting a little more from the musical production side of things, and maybe they've got something out there. Maybe it's just this recording. Maybe it's I don't know. But like I said, would be open to hearing more from them. Just wanting to hear a little bit higher production value if we're going to listen to some more stuff, so I can really fully enjoy them and focus on the music and not have my brain. I like to say I'm a little OCD, and once my brain gets thinking about a certain thing, like the production value and how it sounded a little muddled, my brain's just focused on that, and I can't really focus completely on the song. But what I could hear, I definitely did like. Would be interested in hearing from some more from them. So thanks for the request, Davisaurus Rex. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. Everybody else out there, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Were you hearing the same thing I heard? Things like that. Drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that stuff. Helps my channel out greatly. Hope we see you on the next one. Everybody take care. Peace. Was it the same for you guys? Eric's out of here. Jedi Bong Rips. Jedi Bong Rips. Nice. I like that name. But I do 4 reactions per string, and that was number 3 in my lineup. Basically, I jump on when I start streaming. I chit chat with my Twitch and my YouTube peeps, and we kind of put together a set list, and I do the 4 reactions per thing. Oh, you're on your phone. Yeah, hard to tell, 11. Anybody else out there? Any other audio files that were feeling the same thing I felt? Helga, what did you think? I'm getting notification sounds still. Oh, it's my Discord notifications. All right. Are you guys hearing the notification sounds from Discord? I need to turn off my notifications on Discord. My notification sounds. Settings. I took myself out of streamer mode, and streamer mode, that's probably what did it. Because I don't usually hear them. I took myself out of streamer mode because it was truncating the names of people that were posting things. So that's probably the culprit. Let me see if I can figure out how to put streamer mode back on. Settings. Soundboard stickers, server tag. All right, where the heck is streamer mode? Inbox, help. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, 5 subs. I appreciate it very much. Jedi Bong Rips, thanks for the follow. Addo Supporter, thanks for the follow. Its name, missed you about 49 minutes ago. Thanks for the follow if you're still around. Youngblood, thanks for the follow. Let me, one more time here. Streamer mode should be somewhere in here. Got a hype train going on. Nice. Let's see. I'm gonna come over here, there. That's not what I want. I'm on the yeah, that's not it. Let's go. And shoot. All right. I can do it over here. 1 second. We'll get to our last reaction here real quick. I want to do this. I want to do this. All right. All right, let me get back to I would think streamer mode would be somewhere fairly easy to find, but I am not having any luck finding streamer mode. Server subscriptions, gift and billing, experience voice and video, appearance, app icon, chat box, streamer mode. Turn it on. Okay, got it. All right, I should stop getting the notifications now. All right. Let's finish it out. What do you say? Nightwish, The Weave. All right. Let's let the I'm getting the let's see. How do I turn off the sounds for the Jess? What's going on? Long time no see. Cyber had a phone call. I get it. Jess, thanks for the subscription. I appreciate you. I need to turn off my sound notifications for Twitch. Alert box, settings. Alert delay. Browser settings, no. All right, well, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I don't wanna delay any longer. All right, let's go. Let's do this Nightwish song. Finish out our music reactions. So Nightwish, The Weave. All right, here we go. Hello and welcome everybody. J-Man back for another music reaction here. Hope you're all doing well out there. So we are working our way through the Nightwish Yesterwind album. And I think this is going to be song number 6 or 7, something like that, from Yesterwind. We're going to be reacting to The Weave. This was something that was requested in the comment section of one of my videos. So if you do have a song you would like me to react to, this is something I've not been saying on a lot of my videos, and I should. If you do have a song you'd like me to react to, 2 ways you can get that at. You can put it in the comment section of any one of my YouTube videos. You can also go over to my Discord. We have a reaction request channel on my Discord. You can put your requests in there. So that's the 2 ways that you can get your request in front of me. I don't have a very large backlog right now, so I usually get to them fairly quickly. I am only putting out 1 reaction video about every 2 or 3 days on YouTube, so it might be a little while before it hits YouTube. But if you want to come watch my live reaction streams on Saturdays and Sundays starting around 8:30 Pacific time, US time, and you had a request, you can come over and try to catch that live if you wanted to do that. But as always, if you're enjoying what you see on my channel here, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell, comment in the videos. All that stuff does really good things for the YouTube algorithms, gets me out there in front of more people, and I appreciate you for all of that and all of your support. So let's go ahead. Let's dive on in. Let's hear this next song from the Yesterwind album. So we've got Nightwish, The Weave. Let's get it. I hear you, Kai. Okay, quick pause here for first thoughts. Yeah, again, I can't wait to be able to, once I've reacted to all of the songs individually here, I can't wait to be able to listen to this album from start to finish. Tuomas is a master at creating albums with a very strong theme and a very strong vibe to the album. And I feel like I'm definitely missing something by not being able to hear the album from start to finish. And I'm doing that simply because I want to be able to give my true original first reactions to the songs individually. So like I said, I feel like I'm missing out just a little bit by not getting to experience the full album the way that Tuomas intends it to be listened to. This is another one of the songs that I feel like falls into that category of what I've talked about before, where we've got the floor constrained vocal. She's kind of locked into this certain tone and tempo with her lyrics, as required by the song that was composed by Tuomas. So not like the last two songs that we listened to off of the album, where we had that floor unleashed sort of vocal, where she had the freedom to kind of add her own texture and different vocal stylings to things. Again, probably by design by Tuomas. But like I said, these versions of the songs, not my favorite. Not that I don't like them. I like what I'm hearing. It sounds very cool. I like that that beginning, that very more classical sounding stuff. As a matter of fact, there was a bit in there that sounded very much like an old classical composer that I'm familiar with but can't bring to mind. And as a matter of fact, it was very reminiscent of a particular piece by one of the old classical composers. But that's the magic of Tuomas, right? He blends those symphonic classical sounds with the metal and the rock sounds, which is what we got about a minute and a half, 2 minutes into the song. Loved the guitar beat, not the guitar, the drum beat, the drum riffs by Kai in the very beginning. And just overall, the composition of the song sounds very cool. Again, with the video, we're noticing this sort of nautical theme, which has been very consistent across all of the songs from Yesterwind. As well as the butterflies. The butterflies keep showing up in almost every video that I can remember. So butterflies can symbolize rebirth, right? Which is something I've touched on in multiple of the videos as well, that I feel like in these last two albums, in Human Nature and Yesterwind, Tuomas is going through a bit of metamorphosis in his compositional style. And it's cool. I love bands that don't just get locked into one sound, and they can play around with different stylings and things. And Tuomas is definitely doing that. So again, overall thoughts, I am liking what I'm hearing. We're into that more locked in floor vocal, which is not my favorite, but still sounds good. I'm sure that this was a part of the engineering design for the song. And so, like I said, I feel like once I can listen to the whole album together, I'll get the big compositional picture that Tuomas is going for, and it'll probably make some of his choices make more sense for me. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's back it up a smidge, and we'll keep on going. last pause here. Let's go ahead and like the video. Yeah, so again, I feel like I'm first of all, before I go on to that thought, lyrically, I'm struggling to kind of follow the thoughts of the lyrics here, even though we've got the lyrics on screen. I've said it before. First time I listen to a song, I'm trying to take it all in. I'm trying to focus on the lyrics, but it's really hard for me to give it my full attention because I'm trying to listen to all the other instrumentation that's going on, just Floor's vocal stylings and things like that. But yeah, Tuomas, he can be very cryptic with his lyrics. So not always the easiest for me to get a real firm grasp on a first listen through. But once I can go in and throw these songs on my playlist and do my own sort of research into what his thoughts were behind the individual songs and the entire album and things like that, then I feel like I'll start to get a better grasp on what he's really talking to us, the message that Tuomas has for us. I'm loving all of the orchestral components to the song. I can hear strings in the background, violins. I think I'm hearing some cello, and maybe a little bit of brass in there. Of course, we've got the heavy guitar riffs and the really killer bass beat going on. Kai providing that backbone of drums that he is such a master at. So compositionally, I am absolutely loving it. It sounds really, really nice. There are a couple of places where it feels maybe a little bit busy, maybe a little too much going on all at once. But they're very short periods of time within the song, and then it kind of breaks back out, and I can really clearly make out all the different components of the structure and things like that. But overall, really digging it. Of course, Floor, her voice sounds magical as always. If not a little bit constrained and kind of locked into one lane, but still sounding spectacular. Really enjoying it. Let's back it up and let's take it home and finish it out. Okay. Yeah, that caught me a little off guard. I thought we were done, and then Floor came in with that huge belt of the word light, and it really caught me off guard. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about this a little bit. And I recorded the whole thing, and you guys probably told me, and I didn't notice it, that I was on the wrong scene for the whole video, wasn't I? Yeah. Son of a... All right. Oh, rip. Yeah. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and stop recording. Son of a... I've been doing so well with the scene thing ever since I've been back, and I finally jacked it up. Jim, what's going on? Jim and Addison, hello. All right. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could put it out as well, but I kept talking about, uh, man, I hate doing a take two when I've listened to the whole song already. I'm wondering if I can do some, I can probably do something in post edit. I should be able to do something in post editing. I can layer over the song. I can overlay the video, and remove the chat in the right hand side. Yeah, I should be able to do that post editing. What you mean with aggressive rap? Oh, do I like aggressive rap music? By Me Ilky. Me Ilky. Um, I would say I am a fan of rap. But yeah, I would kind of ask what you mean by aggressive. Uh, Chicago or Louisiana style rap. Uh, I'm not sure. I don't know that I know. I mean, Eminem is from Illinois, right? No, Detroit, Michigan. Eminem's from Michigan. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Can you throw out an artist name? Um, a Chicago or Louisiana style rap artist's name? Oh, I gotcha. All right. Yeah. Put your link in the comment section of one of my videos, or you can go over to our my Discord and you can post it there. Either way, I'll check it out and see if it is within the realm of something that I might like. I don't tend. I usually, if it's by an artist that I don't know or something like that, I'll usually give it just a real quick 10-15 second preview, to see if it's in the realm of something that I would like. I don't tend to put up reactions of things that are just not my jam, because it's not doing the artist any favor. It's not doing my channel any favor, for me to be reacting to something that I'm going to kind of poo poo. But yeah, by all means, you can definitely put your request up either in one of my videos or over on my Discord. I'll throw the Discord up here in case you want to put it up over there. If you are a Discord person, you can go over there. There's a reaction request channel on my Discord. Otherwise, just put a link to it in the comment section of any one of my videos. Yeah, yeah, and I can definitely do that. Even if it's something that I wouldn't put up on my channel, I can give you my opinions of it for sure. Everybody here knows I'm not shy with my opinions. All right, what do we got? We got 11 o'clock. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, yeah. Nobody wants to see a music reaction where the people just don't like it. It's especially if it's something that you like. I've done that before. I've gone to one of my some of my favorite music reactors channels, and oh, they're reacting to this song that I like, and then they're just like very lukewarm on it, or even like, really, this isn't my thing, I don't like it. And those are the only times I will generally like stop watching. It's like, hey, I respect your right to not like this song that I really love, but I don't want to hear you talk about how much you don't like it. It's like that's something nobody really wants to listen to or watch. um, like I said, again, everybody's got a different ear and everybody likes different kinds of music, and everybody's more than welcome to have their likes and their dislikes. But To be honest, you might not like it, but I'm trying to get my music out there and get reviews. Yeah, yeah. No, like I said, I like a lot of stuff. I can like, I mean, just going off of what you say by aggressive, um, I'm cool. Like I like Eminem. I like Ice Cube. I like, I like what are some other what I would call kind of more I don't like hardcore gangster rap, stuff where there's a lot of devaluing of women, things like that, glorifying violence. I don't like that kind of stuff. But I would say that my lane in rap is probably like West Coast rap, with Dre, Snoop, those kinds of guys. Yeah, yeah, and you and me, Helga, we've got some different tastes on our stuff. You like more black metal, um, you know, uh, very very harsh vocals like all throughout a song that I don't like, but there are qualities to some of that music that I can still enjoy. I mean, I enjoy a lot of the rhythms and the beats and the heaviness of the music. But the vocal maybe just doesn't resonate with me. Hey Bert, what's going on, bud? All right, give me 2 seconds. I may do an episode of Subnautica, but I need to go see what's going on with the wifey. I think they're up. I think I heard a dog pawing at my door. So let me go see what's going on with her, and I'll come back and let you know whether we're gonna quit or do a little gaming. Be right back. All right, it appears that Wifey Poo has gone to the store, so I'm going to take that as a thumbs up to do a little bit of playing. All right, so yeah, everybody else that was here for music reactions, if that's all you were here for, you're probably going to want to go ahead and jam out. Well, leave, not jam out. We're done jamming out for the day. But yeah, I'm going to go into a All right, you should hear me now. Every single one of my different scenes, OBS jacked up the audio. Yeah, you're right, Helga. I mean, at least she can't effectively complain that I'm gaming when she's not here, right? All right. Did I start the game? Oh, yeah. I think part of what is causing the problems with some of my audio sources is I probably need to uninstall it. I installed this FX Sound mod. Me and some buddies were back to playing some PUBG again, and I need extra volume for that game so that I can hear footsteps when people are around me and things like that. So I downloaded this FX Sound effects thing to get some louder volume, and it auto starts every time I start my computer, and it sort of automatically grabs the sound profiles for everything. And I think maybe that's what's jacking with my OBS, if I had to guess.
All systems online.
All systems offline. Must be nighttime. No, it's showing. I'm showing a blue ring. All right. Let's go back over here. Looks good. You guys were hearing game audio? Nice. Got a drinking problem? You heard some. All right, perfect. All right, here we go. YouTube incoming. Wait, what episode number are we on? Refresh. Episode number 8. All right. Thank you, Helga. Good call. Good call. Twitch. Stream info. I wonder if there's a way I can make like separate profiles. Yeah, dang it. See, I did that. I didn't have any tags on my other stream. Damn it. All right. Subnautica 2 blind playthrough. Search for category Subnautica 2. Audience. Okay. Tags, gaming, RPG. Oops. And tag. Games. Gaming. Blind. Playthrough. RPG. Subnautica 2. Oops, no, Subnautica 2. Games, gaming, blind playthrough, RPG. All right, that's enough. English, let viewers know your stream was previously recorded. Let viewers know if your stream features branded content. Doesn't do that. All right. All right. Thanks for the reminder, Helga. Episode 8. Episode 8. Hello and welcome everyone to episode 8 of my Subnautica 2 blind playthrough. When we last left off, we got a new tool in our repertoire. It is this, what is the name of it again? I'm blanking on the name of it, but it's some sort of like a sonic blaster. Is it not in my, let me, here, this will probably allow me to see what it's called. Sonic Resonator. So we found the blueprint for it. We were lacking some titanium ingots, and we figured out that the way that we make the ingots is through this here, the processor, because I was a little bit confused as to why the music sounds a little loud. Hang on, I'm gonna turn the game music down. Sounds a little loud in my ear. Sound, music, okay, yeah, music's at 100. Let's put it down to 65. Still a little loud. Probably should have had that turned down all along. All right. So yeah, so basically I was a little surprised with the fact that we couldn't create titanium ingots in our fabricator. But in the new game here, you have to do that in your processor. So it looks like you can make a number of different things in your processor. You can make titanium ingots, copper ingots, silver ingots, germanium from silver, germanium ingot, and germanium ingots from lead. We can make strong acid. Oh, there was something we needed strong acid for. We can make first aid kits here as well. Interesting. Huh. Make water from fibrous pulp. Really? And isn't fibrous pulp the stuff that we get from those red plants? These? It is. Okay, we can make water out of these now. These are much easier to get. Inventory's full. Than the sea slugs. How is my audio versus the game sound to everybody? I think I just had to turn my game volume down in my headset a little bit, and it's not quite as annoying, but audio's good. Okay, cool. All right. I had my my headset turned up full blast for the music reactions. All right, so I can now make water with fibrous pulp, if I'm understanding right. Okay, not enough resources. Load processor. Oh, it takes a lot longer. Unless it's making a whole bunch of them out all at once. Okay. Did that make one water? I feel like that just made one water in 30 seconds. So it seems like that's more of a do that if we run out of sea slugs kind of a thing. Or water slugs. Because a water slug, I can make a water in 1 second, 2 seconds tops. All right. Let's go ahead and store. Let's see. I probably need to drink at least one. I need to get rid of some of that fibrous pulp. All right. Couple of flares, a meal. I could use one of the large healing things. I could probably eat. Let's go ahead and eat one of those. Eat a cooked Geordie. All right. Do we have anything on our HUD? We don't. So no main story stuff right now. Let's just go double check. I don't see the notification for a Noah message in my HUD, but let's double check it just to make sure. Noah, do you have anything for me? Missing colonist survival guide. No, you don't. All right. Hang on. I want to move my chat over a little bit. I happen to look way over to the left to get my chat. Game is a bit loud, but okay. Well, you can always turn that down as long as my voice is louder than the game. Helga says music could go down a little more. Okay, let's do that. Let's go down to 40. All right, well, if we don't have anything in particular, there were a couple of places to use that sonic resonator on besides that last wander place that we had been. And I really need to start remembering to write some of this stuff down, because I remember there was a wreckage that was blocked by some of that the virus nodes or whatever, but I don't remember where it was. So let's just go ahead and wander around a little bit. See if we can run into that, since we don't have... I think it was over towards, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was over towards this one. Over in this direction. Which we happen to be going that direction, so...
30 seconds.
Is that tight? Oh, silver. I'll take silver whenever I can find it. We got nibblers. The assholes. Alright. This wasn't one that was blocked by those... Oh, it is! Perfect. This is the one I was thinking of. All right, great. Well, that was pretty good for me, finding him right away. All right, what do we got in here? Scanner. Pioneer program poster. Looks like we need to break this. There was a water slug trapped back in here. Oh, look at that. Titanium ingot. Sure, I'll take the water slug. Repair tool. Okay. Nice. That's always a must-have in Subnautica games. That can't get into the locker. Okay. This locker? No. Half moon? No. Oh, what's this?
The human field notes go. One of those vampire squid just came at me. Madeline saw me throwing flares and came to investigate, and the squid went after her. I guess it likes marrow breach blood better than mine. I should find Maddie. Make sure she's not hurt. The squid was sick. Nodes on its skin, not green, not Kara, but maybe a fungal infection? I wonder if squid get rabies here. Damn, I hope they can't pass it to the marrow breaches.
All right, so more information about the proteovirus. Let's go ahead and break this quartz. Okay, well, that was the one place that I could remember. So
Oxygen.
I don't have anything in mind overall in terms of places or directions that we need to go. We definitely need to find... Have I scanned you? What are you? Hey, get out of here. We need to find our... I think we need one more blueprint section for... Biobed. For our battery charger. That's a key thing that you always need to have. We've very thoroughly been around over here, I feel like. Let's go to the surface. Oh, we got a 4-eye.
30 seconds.
Let's see. Let's go towards this old habitat again. See, north is one of the directions that this ends in a big drop off. So we know that we can't go much further. Whoa, what's going on over there? It's got really cloudy. Oh, is that area that we were told is like the organisms in that area were like dying or something? Is that silver? Silver, thank you. Ooh, this goes down a ways. All right, let's. I don't know if we've been down there. Let's go down that and see what we got going on there. We also need to find some better a better scuba tank. They have more oxygen. What are these? Scannable? No. I think we need a little more copper. We're running a little low on copper. We need that to make that. Oh, what are you? Do I stand you? Jetacaris. Okay.
30 seconds.
Is there a oxygen plant down here somewhere? Titanium. No oxygen plant. All right. Oh boy. A way out. Oh boy. Oh boy. We might be in trouble.
Oxygen.
Okay, we've got. Ow. Copper. Oh, nice. Okay. That gave us a bunch, and we're almost full. We're in a cavern of sorts. What are those? Amorpha sponge. A sponge adapted to colonize and create air pockets. Assessment. Remarkable step, the amorphous sponge may evolve an entire lineage of dry land sponges colonizing niches filled by planets and fungi on Earth. Indicates the presence of an air pocket. Swim up to breathe. Do not ignite flares or discharge electrical devices in the pocket. Okay, good to know. No flares or sonic resonators inside these little caves. All right. 1 second. I do need to pause and go turn my oven on. I want to cook a pizza when I get off here, and I need the oven to get nice and hot before I do that. So I will be right back. All right, we are back. Okay, let's. Okay, so I'm glad that we had that air pocket here, because otherwise we were likely to die. We need to go back the other direction here. is that? Cabbage shoot root. Wait. Hammer. Oh, for that, yeah. Oh, we gotta... Oh! Wait, we've been here. Right? We're not?
Welcome to my special clinic. The medal is giving everyone tremors. Sophie says don't treat it. I need a clear timeline of nerve breakdown. I say I cannot afford clumsy workers. This bed will reprint you with improved fine motor skills and muscle memory. No more fumbling around for your tools. It will delay the symptoms for a while. Just don't tell the boss. Let's help her pretend she doesn't know.
S shelf. Nice. Okay. Very small habitat builder. We already have that. That's just going to give us titanium. And I think we're full. Yeah, we are. I could drink a water. I could probably drop that water slug if I had to, if I found something I really... What is this? Really? That's nothing scannable? That looks kind of important. Some sort of fungus growing. Can I sleep? No, can't sleep. Oh, use biobit. No, I don't think I want to do that because that's gonna potentially make me respawn here. Alright. Now I don't remember which... There we go. There's our opening. What? Titanium. No, we don't need that. More copper. That's going to be too much. Yeah. Oh, is that more silver? Crap. Alright, I'm going to drop you. Be free. You're cool. I could drop the quartz. I'd rather have silver.
30 seconds.
Oh, did I just grab titanium? No. Okay, it was silver. Alright, nibblers. Alright, let's head back. I think we scanned those before. I'm gonna keep my scanner out. What? Yeah, it was a nibbler. I think we scanned these things already. Yeah, jelly lay. Cage gorgon. What do those things do again? We're full. I can't pick it up anyway. Yeah, Helga, I mean, I think you would be okay with my pizza, but it wouldn't be your favorite. I tend to like traditional Neapolitan pizza that I learned to make when I was there in Italy, which is really just the crust, pizza sauce, and cheese, fresh mozzarella. I've been throwing like some olives on, and also maybe some fresh. We bought a nice big slab of Good grief. Having a Swiss cheese moment. Parmesan cheese when we were over there, and had it shrink wrapped so we could make the trip over. So a little shaved Parmesan on top. Good stuff. And I've been making my own pizza sauce to it. The way they make their pizza sauce, super simple. Just Roma tomatoes, a little bit of basil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of olive oil. Blend that up. Throw that on your pizza. Nice fresh pizza sauce. Good stuff. All right. All right, Jim. Have a good one, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I think we learned how to make our repair tool. Yes, we did. We just need some sulfur. Shit. Sulfur? I don't think we've run into sulfur yet, have we? I wish there was a way to search your logs. Whoops, there was something here. Hydroelectric turbine. Oh yeah, we got one part of the blueprint for that, which I'm sure you could build a base near one of those underwater jet stream things or whatever. Bloom node. We should probably read on this. So this animal, tentatively Cicadia, whatever, is a symbiote with or parasite upon the Titan rock or below. Is a paradoxical state of distress. It is in a paradoxical state of distress and vigorously active. The comb structure, similar to baleen, filters nutrients from fast-moving water currents. No such currents present. This comb has collapsed. Bloom node is fastened to an orifice in the Titan rock borer below. This may have been the water source the node fed upon. The Bloom node receives large RNA virions generated named Proteovirus beta from the Titan rock borer below, then distributes them to nearby Bloom cankers. The cankers return killed organisms, which the node digests and secretes into the rock borer for transport elsewhere. Biofilm infestation has resulted in stress and rapid aging. Blood flow is diverted from the comb structure to the digestive organs. The Bloom node's normal life path has been redirected to produce virus and collect nutrients from other organisms. Assessment bizarre and disturbing. Clearly part of a larger viral ecosystem. Destroying nearby viral cankers may reduce the flow of nutrients, slowing viral reproduction and allowing the Bloom node to clear the virus. Okay, that sounds good. Clearing the virus sounds good. Okay. What was I originally looking for? I was looking for information on sulfur. I want to say we haven't discovered sulfur yet. Field reports, personal messages, eutrophication. There's a lot of jellies here. They're feeding on decay. Somewhere in this ocean, everything is dying and it's causing runaway growth down current. Eutrophication. The jellies will poison the water and this place will die too. This is how mass extinctions get started. I'll leave a copy of this log to mark the current edge of the jelly growth. Okay. Your contract. History. Sulfur. Historically known as brimstone, with applications in medication and fertilizer, some organisms use sulfur in their metabolism. Even in the absence of oxygen, these sulfur-reducing organisms can form the base of a food web in deep-sea habitats. Okay? Search for elemental sulfur deposits near thermal vents or volcano. Oh, okay, I remember where we did find some of that. Shoot, which direction was that we went where we found the volcanic vents? Because it got really hot. So we went north, we went south. Was it south? I think it might have been south. What is that? Oh, it's just an illuminated box. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Ouch. Here we go. Yep.
30 seconds.
Alright, so we can't hang around here very long. But hopefully we can find a couple of pieces of sulfur over here. Let's put on our wrist rockets. Or maybe this isn't it. I thought that was like a volcanic structure. But I might have been wrong. Dang it. Is that a wreckage we've been to? What's that? Is that more copper? Yeah. I need to go... Shit. I need to go dump my inventory back at base.
30 seconds.
Yeah, that box. Yeah, it was like kind of glowing from afar. We've been in here, right? Surely we've been in this. It's very close to base. Welcome, yeah, welcome center. We've been there. This is where we got our passive and yeah, the bio lab. This is where we got our passive and active bio mods. What was the other one? A Pathfinder? Yeah, we don't need that. And yeah, and there was another NOAA node. Let's go ahead and take that other habitat off of our signal list. Old habitat. Take those off.
Welcome aboard.
Do I have a spare? I need another battery on me. Okay, we're gonna dump all of this stuff and that. I'm just gonna keep one flare with me. We need more water. I'm gonna probably drink 2. 1. All right, so I'll put 1 back. And we need to eat. Grab another food box. Okay. Do I have what's needed to make a battery? I do. I really need to find that blueprint for the battery charger. All right, I think we're ready. Actually, I don't need to carry my habitat builder with me. I can drop that off here. One more space for other stuff. All right, north, south. We were south. Alright, yeah, we saw this structure over here, or wreckage. More wreckage down. Let's fill up an oxygen first.
30 seconds.
And let's...
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
All right, yeah. Going below 100 meters. Whoa. Current. All right. How are we going to get in? We got one of those electric jellies. Couple of electric jellies. You be cool. I'm not messing with you. You don't mess with me. Cicadia Wreck. Although pumped out and used as work site in the past, canteen is flooded again. Corrosion and weathering make it difficult to determine whether this lander deployed safely from the Cicadia or broke. Okay, I think we've seen that message before. Is there not a way in? Huh. That's an awful big piece of wreckage to not have a way in.
30 seconds.
Really? There's gotta be a way in. Let's see if there's anything scannable. Well, I'm not getting anything on my HUD for my scanner. That just seems like an awful big chunk of a ship to not have any way. Oh, what do we got here? That's a door. Do we have a laser cutter like in other games? We could cut into that door? What about our sonic resonator? No. Huh. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to go with I don't see any way in. Two, please. Yeah, that seems very strange. In other games, older games, a structure that big, there was generally a way in. And the only thing I saw was that door that doesn't seem openable with our current level of technology. So let's keep going south. Is that Titanite? Titanium? I keep getting my Titanium and Dark Souls Titanite crossed up. More. Oh, it's silver.
30 seconds.
Okay. Okay, 5 silver. All right, looks like we're reaching another shelf. It's going to be too deep for us to navigate. Yeah. All right, so south wasn't the direction where we found the volcanic activity, clearly. Let's try a different direction. Just kind of, we'll swim at about a 400-meter radius from the base. Is there anything here? Oh, there's a, is that a data box? Nook. Okay. Dive elevator. Dive elevator. Okay, we need to see what that is.
30 seconds.
Dive elevator. Really? And of course if that's built with a habitat builder, my habitat builder's back in a chest at base. Alright, dive elevator. I need to make note of that. Where's my notepad? Got a fragment of a dive elevator? Question mark? Okay. All right. Where's base? Base. You're there. Okay, we're gonna keep swimming. Like I said, at about that, well, roughly a 300-meter radius of the bay. See if we can't find that that area with the volcanic activity. Okay, here we go. Temperatures are going up. All right, we found it, I think. Sulfur. I think it, oh, that looks like sulfur right there. Yeah. I get it. I'll get out of here as soon as I can. Okay, we only got 2 sulfur off of that. I'm not taking any damage to my health just yet. Okay, we got more out of that. I wonder, did I drop a bunch of sulfur? Was I not close enough when I used my sonic resonator over here? Alright, well that should be enough sulfur for what we're needing anyway. Looks like we've been here. I'm going to go ahead and fill up on sulfur if I can. There's another sulfur. Yeah, I hear you. As long as you're not hurting me. Okay, now it's hurting me. Alright, we're full. Alright, ow. Okay, that hurt quite a bit. Alright, let's head back to base. I think we're full. Whoa, I'm in a jet stream. Got nibblers over here. Okay, I can't. Alright. There's a jet stream coming this way. Oh, and more sulfur. Okay, so the sulfur was southeast. Southeast. Let me make note of that. A volcanic region southeast of base has sulfur. Okay. What was that? Okay. We're gonna need to probably go get more water slugs for some more water. We're trying to get a little low on water.
Welcome aboard.
Let's see. Let's drink. That would be a little inefficient. All right, so we got sulfur to make our repair tool.
The dual mode repair tool combines plasma arc welding and fabricator assist to handle bulk or precision repairs. Though optimized for dry welds, it performs acceptably when wet.
Okay. So yeah, repair tool. If you build a, if this game is similar to the last two, if you're like building at depth, you have to have certain hull integrity, and if that hull integrity gets below a certain level, then you get holes in your structure, and you need your repair tool to fix that. So that's good to have. Let's dump off more stuff. Do I need to build another locker? I need more. I wanted to grab my habitat builder and see if it had that dive elevator in it. Habitat builder. Oops. 5. Moon pool nook. Fabricator. Bioreactor. Oh, I can build a bioreactor. I should probably do that. Where are we at time-wise? 42 minutes. Yeah, I think that's our next little project here. We're gonna build a bioreactor. We need 2 titanium ingots and 2 copper ingots. How much copper do we have on hand? A fair bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many it takes to make an ingot. I feel like it was 8. So we might need a little more copper. Titanium. We should have enough of that. It was how many? 2 of each. All right, we're gonna need probably more titanium and more copper. Yeah, we're good. Okay, copper is just on the roofs. No, I want, let's see, I don't want my habitat builder. I want my wake maker. Copper, we did find, Helga, do you remember, was it when we went south that we found the copper deposit? I want to say it was. I feel like we found a copper deposit to the south here, and I didn't grab it. Or was that when I went back over the other direction? Towards the other lab? My brain sucks. Let's try going south a little bit. See if we see a copper ore
30 seconds.
thing. Oops, didn't get full. Where's that jet stream taking you? I don't think it's taking us down. I don't think I want to get caught in that. We got some sort of luminescence going on here. Is that structure? Yeah, I think this is that structure that we couldn't get into. Hello, copper? Alright, we need titanium and copper. silver.
30 seconds.
Okay, big bunch of silver, 300 meters south. Making note of that. Bunch of silver near wreckage, 300 meters south of base. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to put that away. Alright, come on, we just need a little copper. Is that? No. Looking for like a copper outcrop somewhere. Turn the light off. What's the sea slug? That's, yeah, we've been here. Titanium outcrop. Yeah.
Thirty seconds. Heat level beyond tolerable threshold.
All right. We're over by the volcanic area. What are you? Quartz. Go to this oxygen plant.
Heat level beyond tolerable threshold.
Yeah. I
Recommend
get you.
adaptation.
Recommend adaptation. Oh, so I wonder if we explore a little around the edge of this, if we're going to find one of those plants that give us an adaptation.
Heat level beyond tolerable threshold.
Yeah, I hear
Recommend
you.
adaptation. Heat warning. Heat danger.
Oh. Ow. What is that?
30 seconds.
What is this? Salt.
Heat warning.
Right, I probably need to take a health pack. Alright, come on, we just need to... What? It's not heat. Oh, it's nibblers. Alright. What is that, though? I kind of want to go explore that.
Heat level beyond tolerable threshold. Heat warning.
Alright. I get it. Oh, here we go. Copper. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably need one more of those. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Alright, that should do our copper. Titanium's easy enough to find, actually. We can grab this scrap metal, probably.
30 seconds.
One more scrap metal and we're probably golden. Or a few more. Okay, I'll take that. Alright, we'll start heading back towards the old base.
Oxygen.
Whoops. Any more scrap metal? I don't need my sonic resonator out. Scrap metal by this wreckage. No, it would appear not. Okay, I could use probably just a couple more pieces of titanium.
30 seconds.
We did say we needed more water. Some more sea slug. There's a bunch of them around here. Alright, we're full. So, a bunch of sea slugs north of base. Alright, we'll see if we've got enough for the ingots. Let's make some water. To make a map pin. You don't have a map, Helga, but I could. Yes, there is a like that kind of a thing, but it's one. You can only put one on your HUD at a time. So yeah, if I really needed to remember exactly where to get back to, I can put that kind of a pin on things. Right. One. All right, we'll drink another. We'll eat that. Let's see. Let's put copper in here and then go grab a bunch of titanium. See how many ingots I can make out of this. Recipe, titanium ingot, low profit. Is that saying 3? Is that saying I make an ingot out of 3 titanium? When I find a horde, then. You mean like a horde of what? A horde of a certain material or something? Alright, so I don't see an ingot in my inventory. Oh, do I have to gather it? Oh, there we go. It looks like 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 titanium in my inventory. I got you, Helga. I could, but then again, it's a 1. I can only put 1 out there. And I didn't need to get right back to that silver. I've got quite a bit of silver on me right now. But it is a resource that it's nice to know where there's more of. So I just wrote it down on my pad, you know, a rough distance from base in a certain direction, and hopefully it's easy enough to find. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's using 3 titanium to make an ingot.
The Noetic advisor has transmitted an alert.
Okay, we got a
Return to the life pod at your convenience.
All right, I should probably go do that while I'm thinking of it. I'm very likely to forget it. Tadpole pens?
I have a special request, investigator. I can't call it personal because I'm not a person. But it could really increment my value function, you know? One of my kin is still alive. I've detected low-frequency code from an active NOAA node. It's housed in a deep facility it calls the Tadpole Pens. You may want a tadpole of your own to get down there.
Okay.
Maybe it can tell us what became of the colony and how to avoid the same fate. signal location uploaded to your PDA.
All right, so sounds like Tadpole is our smaller vehicle in this game, and we haven't found any blueprints for that. So that's something we're going to need to be on lookout for. It sounds like this place that he's put on our HUD. Where is it? I don't see it. Signals, Tadpole. Tadpole pens. It is highlighted. Let's make it a different color. Let's make it orange. Okay, orange. Something on my HUD. Am I blind? Oh wait. Tadpole pens. There it is. 684 meters. But it sounds like it's deep, but maybe going near there and working our way towards it, we might find some blueprints for the tadpole? Question mark?
Welcome aboard.
Let's make a copper ingot. I'm gonna need one more copper, I believe, to make the second ingot. Yeah, like the little underwater single-person submarine thing is what I'm thinking. I forget what it was called in the previous games. Yeah, I can't remember. What was the single-person submarine called in Subnautica Below Zero? Well, there was oh, that's right. Subnautica Sub-Zero had the sea truck. It was in the original Subnautica. What was the personal one-man submarine called in Subnautica? Seamoth. Seamoth was the name I was thinking of. All right. We need one more. Yeah, one more copper. Load. Oh, I don't need to go grab it. That's right. This thing pulls from my inventory, so I don't need to have it in my personal inventory to make them. Yeah, the thing I had a problem with losing constantly in the original Subnautica. Where the fuck is my Seamoth? I think that's a... I think that's one of my J-Man quotes in Nightbot. All right, so we got our two. That's right. It's in my habitat builder. Bioreactor. All right. Let's kind of. Let's just kind of put it out in the middle of the floor here. I'd really like to sort of center it. Like about there. That looks pretty centered. Okay, and I'm assuming we feed it fish. Let me go grab some fish. Or it may actually work off of like that. This might feed it. Fibrous pulp. I don't know how efficient fibrous pulp would be. We're going to have to figure out. With bioreactors, certain things are more efficient. Like certain fish were more effective in them than others. And as a matter of fact, there was a plant that we could use in the bioreactor that was the most efficient. But fish work good. They're an easily gatherable resource. I do need more water, which I said was, what, south of the base? There was a field of them? Yeah, I think right over here there was a bunch of them.
30 seconds.
Sea slugs? Sea slug? Hello? Sea slug? I thought it was right out here. Yeah, here we go. Ow. They make a cute little noise when you grab them. Kind of makes me feel bad. Got to do what you got to do.
Welcome aboard.
All right. Feed me. Oh, no. Don't feed him the water slugs. All right. I think that's going to get us about to episode length. Yeah, we're right at an hour. So yeah, let's go ahead and drink one water. I think we've got some cooked fish in here. We can eat one of those. Perfect. All right. Well, we got a bioreactor now. So yeah, we've got should have plenty of power. We'll leave the solar panels on for now, but if we need, we can break those down and use the resources. But yeah, I think we'll call that an episode. Decent little progress. We got a bioreactor. We know where to get sulfur now. We got our repair tool. We have a new place to go explore. This tadpole pen, see if we can find some blueprints for a tadpole. That would be nice. Have a mode of transportation, although it probably requires the larger batteries. I'm blanking on the name of those, which we don't know how to make yet. But problems that we will solve on the next episode. So if you're enjoying the playthrough, please do drop a like, shoot me a comment, let me know what you think. Please, no spoilers. If I was in an area and I overlooked something, I was blind, and you want to say, hey, you missed something in a certain area, you might want to go back and check it out. I'm cool with those kind of comments, but no just flat out spoilers like, hey, there's plenty of this stuff over here, or there's an important thing you need to go look over there. We don't want those kind of spoilers. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you on the next episode. We'll see you all later. Bye.